Live. Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. I hope you're all doing fantastic this evening. I am doing wonderfully. A few announcements before I hand things off to Matt to begin. Number 1, programming announcements. Keep an eye out, we might be having a show coming back on Tuesdays, but for now, Wednesday nights we have the League of Amazing Adventurers. Our party finds themselves traveled back in time and separated from one another. Can they all get back together before the time of the spell would end, and they can return home, or are they going to be trapped in the past and then they will have to get back from the past? Nimbus and the League of Amazing Adventurers, yeah.
Depends on if Garl can punch through time.
Honestly, she might be able to do that.
Might be able to.
If she tried hard enough, I believe in Garl.
She doesn't understand physics, so that it can't stand in her way.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Friday, Astral Calling Adventure. Astral Calling Campaign. I still haven't decided what the third word I want to use for it is, but the Astral Calling. It's our D&D 5e Spelljammer show. It's good. I think that's that's the best thing I can say about it. It's really good. It's fun. They
updated on YouTube.
It's the only show that's fully updated on YouTube, and it has thumbnails.
They're looking. I probably shouldn't be the one to say that they look good because I did some of the artwork.
They look great, you guys.
I
they
saw it
look
in my
awesome.
inbox. I saw it in my inbox and my subscription. I was like, oh, that looks like a thing. Like a thing I'd click on and watch.
Ooh, that looks like a thing.
Yeah, I had to actually. Of course I am. Game. I thought it reset you. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, we got all the fun stuff. Listen, when I can't see or hear my friends, that honestly is a fear of mine.
One fear.
One of many intrusive thoughts that I try not to let win. But what else we got? So yeah, Astral Calling. Saturday, we're doing this draft. Matt, Will,
Yeah, I do not understand what we're doing, but it's
Chad,
fine. Someone has to not to.
possibly Crystal Calf. I don't know if they're available this weekend. I can't remember.
Whoops.
But either way, we are doing... Yes, no Crystal Calf. So it is just Will, Matt, and Chad. We are doing a fantasy video game review draft. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to be drafting video games that are coming out this year, and the person whose games get the highest scores wins.
Woo! I was paying attention and got distracted and then paid attention again. I was like, yay.
Sorry, I was busy sneezing.
Sunday, be there. Stardew Sunday.
Sunday.
I am continuing to play through Stardew Valley Extended. It's wintertime, so I'm going to start making friends with the villagers and actually paying attention to other people instead of making money. And yeah.
Actually gonna... Wait, I'm trying to remember. My brain is dead. You haven't romanced anybody yet, have you?
Not yet.
Yeah, there you go.
Who
now
are
you
you
make
going
the choice.
for?
I don't know. I'm debating between a couple of the characters. There's one character named Olivia who has Vera energy from the mod I installed, and I love Vera energy.
Sarah, now I miss Olivia. We did a show. The character I played, her name was Olivia.
I guess
I
it
did.
was.
I love
Olivia. Was that the
I
murder
also
show?
love Viera.
That was the murder show, yes.
I remember things. I pay attention.
I got murdered about 50% of the time.
It seems like lately whenever I've done something in the actual acting sphere, it's been me getting murdered. So people killing me, and I get that. Then Monday, Strength 1000 AP. It's what we're doing
back
right
around.
now. Yeah, we got all the way here.
It's Monday?
It is Monday. It
Things
is.
all here.
It is
Yes.
the only reason
I
why
was
Monday
really
is not
hoping
exhausting.
it was Wednesday or Thursday.
I had a
The
very
way
tiring.
this streams are the only way I can keep my week straight.
Oh, Mao.
Well, see,
Every
I have
once in a while,
I
we'll
have the
have a-
system now.
Are you mad at me?
So we have this show that I don't have to prep for. Thank God.
Mm.
Then Tuesday night, because I'm not streaming right now, I do the prep work for League. For like the next week of League, not this week. And then Thursday night, because I don't have a show or anything on Thursdays, I do the prep work for the next Friday show. And so I've been getting ahead of it.
Yeah.
I've also been experimenting with thumbnails for League and for Strength of Thousands. So I will continue to listen to McKenna's advice because McKenna is normally right about things, I find.
Yeah.
But
Usually,
speaking
Just
of-
like Avi Avi.
Aw.
of-
Oh, what a segue! Which
yeah, the segue. Matt, introduce people. Go, go, go. Segue,
All right.
segue,
Speaking-
segue. Pretend you're a Disney
Hello,
security
everyone.
guard.
Hello, Bob Blart. Ball. What? Anyway,
Oh,
Blart? Oh, Blart Ball Cop, is that
Blart.
All Bart.
Anyway. Anyway.
Speaking of butchering perfectly good segues.
I am contagious.
Hello everyone. I am Matt, or Urbanoff at various places on the internet. I am the DM for this Strength of Thousands adventure path. We are running a group of previous students, now lore speakers, teachers, at Columbia, the premier magic school in all of Galeria. And they are currently on an adventure to rescue a student and or some villagers, student's father, and uncover the mystery of what the Knights of Abednego and their Cyclopean allies are after. But speaking of people who have had their spells nullified, McKenna, who are you and what character do you play?
I am playing a very ineffective witch named Avi Avi. She is a little bat folk, Nyctera Fae. Not always ineffective, but in this specific fight, holy shit.
An ineffective witch. Well, speaking of oxymoron, who plays our charming
I don't know
bard?
about oxymoron. I just think it's a double.
Me.
Yes.
Me, I do. Speaking of oxymorons,
Hi.
Actually,
I play Ophelia. She's not a moron. She's just sassy and single-minded. And she's also not too helpful this fight. I mean, we're spellcasters.
correction. I didn't mean oxymoron when I said ineffectual witch. I meant redundant.
Yes, it's pedantic. It's
Pedantic.
Actually, well, oxymoron means the exact opposite of redundant.
yes.
Oxymoron is things that are contradictory.
Yes.
I apologize.
like government intelligence.
Yeah.
But that's a great segue. Person who has made this clever comment, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I am Sarah Margaret. Big Red Cat Pictography on social medias, and I am playing Charlotte, the Anati alchemist / toxicologist, who actually is useful here. I guess in a way, I am useful. Yeah.
I mean, you potentially, or was it Zoe who potentially saved all the frogs' lives?
I did. I got them out. And you know what's
No,
the
to be fair, they-
funniest thing in the world, all things considered? Do you want to know what animal I'm afraid of?
Frogs?
Toads and frogs.
Are you really? I didn't
Well, then if it makes you feel any better,
This is the wrong stream.
these frogs may be so domesticated, a predator is going to walk up to them and they won't run away because they don't know what a predator is.
No.
And a T-Rex will just eat them and they'll be like, whoa, that's crazy.
So they're not.
No, that doesn't actually make me feel better. I'm gonna give the segue to the frog lover.
Speaking of
yes.
frogs that might get eaten by
Now
T-Rexes.
that's a segue.
I meant culture and frogs.
I can change the background for Monday nights if that would be better.
No, you're fine. It's not that kind of thing. It's just I grew up in an area where there were a lot of giant huge toads that snuck up on you.
It's different when they're in person. I love a big toad, but there are certain things that when I see a spider, I don't have an issue with. A spider in person in front of me, I'm like,
You like the concept, the plutonic ideal of the
conceptually,
creature.
I love them. I love what they do for the environment, for the ecosystem. I like conceptually 8 eyes, 8 legs. What a beautiful little critter. In front of me, I will rain hellfire upon them.
Yes, but Will, who
Anyway.
are you playing?
I'm playing Igora, and Gamma, and Choco. We're a Gripply Summoner, and an Eidolon, and a Bird Dragon.
And that makes a family. This is the future liberals want.
I don't
Yes.
Anyway.
think the future that Igora would create would be one that anyone wants.
Correct.
It's charming. It's
Living
charming that
pretty
you
good.
think. It's charming. I think he's in charge of that trio. The bird wears the pants.
I was just about to say, we all know it's Choco.
I can kill Choco anytime I want, y'all.
No,
But
you
ha-
can't.
but you won't.
Yeah, I know. Squishy won't let
Because
me.
what would the consequences of that be? Half this party owes him a blood debt.
Literally
Yeah.
2 days. Literally 2 days of downtime. Rules is written.
You are
Consequences
all
of your
voodoo dolls
actions.
for him.
I don't
He
like it.
dies. One of you dies first. Maybe. Am I joking?
Oh god, Cosmic Deity. I read that as Tigers, not Tigers, for some reason.
The wonderful thing about Tigers.
It's like,
Someone was going to do it. I appreciate that. But on that copyrightable note, Will, why don't you head and roll that intro?
sure. Actually, I'll just go straight to the map because we were kind of in the
Yes.
into
Oh, that's
the
The longest combat ever.
Smash cut.
we were
Slowly getting wheedled down.
what was it? Into the thick of it. We were into the thick of
Into the
it.
thick of it.
Speaking of which, Charlotte, you're up first in this initiative. We're running right back into combat so we can get on to possibly more interesting things, perhaps, or just maybe more combat. Who
I
knows?
mean, I like combat.
And then it was 9 o'clock and we were still whittling her down.
It's 9:15 where I am.
To be fair, we don't start till 9 for me and Matt. So
Ah, yes, of course.
True.
11:15.
Time is weird that way. I'm gonna start off by seeing if I can actually see where this lady is. So I'm gonna hop that fence again.
Okay. I think you opened the pen, so I'm not even going to make you
Yeah.
roll an athletics check where you catch your foot and then slam into the ground.
Anime style.
There we go. Now she's in view.
Yes. You see a very large woman who's sort of having to duck a little bit. Well, no, actually, no. The proportions are made for Cyclopses here. The door looks very large to you. To her, it looks completely normal.
A giant woman.
Thank you.
We're just full of copyrightable music tonight.
it's fine.
Mm,
If they try
I'm
to
just-
copyright us, I'll just say fair use. We're transforming.
We are going to throw a bomby bomb.
Is that different than a regular bomb?
No,
Um,
actually, in Pathfinder, there's something called a bomby bomb that works differently from the regular.
Bomby bomb.
Yes.
Hold
That's
on.
what I'm going to refer to all of my, if I'm going to attack that way, I will refer to them as bomby bombs to start with. But we're going to start with a lesser pernicious spore bomb.
Bomby bomb.
And I'm assuming Bard Song was still up because our Bard
Yes.
is very reliable.
That is going to be
So-
that +3 bard song because we finally got to level up.
Unfortunately, that is just one short then, so
Oh, I know their AC is 30.
their AC is 30. I think we established that last time, so I'm not going to try and keep it from you.
Okay.
But just in regard to comment about actually there's this thing in Pathfinder. Imagine me as a lion for a second and do not cite the ancient magics to me, witch.
It's
I
funny
was there
'cause
when
I
Will
am
first told me
playing a
about them.
witch.
Well, so that one missed, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to try another bomb.
I mean, you only rolled a 7. Below average, so if you just rolled average, you might do just a little better. So
That's a big ask, Matthew.
Yeah, what? On this stream?
I mean, I killed a white dragon earlier this evening with poking it with an oversized needle
Hmm.
until it just bled to death.
Do you see what kind of shirt I got myself in?
That's so good.
Okayest DM.
I should have that tattooed somewhere.
And I'm only ever average.
It would be
Okay, so
incorrect.
let me go for another
Wow.
bomby bomb. That
Oh
one
no!
will hit even less.
This makes me just want to have Sarah GM a show on the channel at some point.
I would. If you told me, hey, make something, I would make something for you.
Hey, make something if you want.
Do you want to do the Christmas special this year or Halloween special? We have a tradition of doing horrifying things for
Halloween
Christmas.
special.
I mean, yes, I could do the Halloween special, but I could also give you a beach episode for summer.
Beach episode. Beach episode. Garland of bikini.
We've seen
Yeah,
that before. There was a whole volleyball game with it.
Or again.
Oh, absolutely.
There was?
Yeah.
I don't
Not with
remember that.
Carl.
Oh no, that was a
With
chip.
I am going to
Oh,
take
God.
my last
Bikini.
action by crafting another one. I'm running out of reagent stuff, so I need to go get
Yeah.
some.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
Ba-dum. Oh, I was doing the.
That is the end of my turn then.
All right, then we move on to the Cyclops, Hal Brooks, and let me see. I'm going to try and use an ability they have called Predictive Blows. So I'm going to try a fortune-telling lore check against Gamma's reflex save.
Okay, so you're looking for a DC 29.
26. I rolled really badly, a 4.
Mm-mm.
So thankfully this was a free action, so I don't waste anything. But just taking spells, and just because she's unsure exactly how tough this frog is, she's just going to spend the turn trying to whack it with a great club. Which looks more like the kind of like walking stick that, you know, like an artsy person finds and then spends time like carving like artsy looking things into it. So it's not really a club so much as their walking stick they're using as a club. 33 on Gamma.
Hits, does not crit.
23 bludgeoning.
You didn't happen to have Needle of Vengeance up still?
I think I do.
You do.
All right. Well, I'm going to do all the attacks, then we'll do all the needle vengeances.
That's
Cool.
what I was thinking.
30 on Gamma.
Hits,
18 bludgeoning.
still in the triple digits.
33. Gosh.
No longer in the triple digits.
22 bludgeoning. That's it. Now 3 needles of vengeance. Is that 1 wisdom save or 3?
That is 3.
Oh wait, I have character sheets. I don't have to do it manually like in my home game.
Yay!
34.
Oh.
The first one.
Saves but does not crit.
She has resolve. Whenever she rolls a success on a will save, it automatically becomes a critical success.
All right. All right. All right. Leave me alone.
Sorry.
Aww.
Actually, I'm not going to leave you alone. It's your turn next, followed by Endures in Darkness.
All right, if you say so. I'm sustaining Needle of
Oh,
Vengeance.
Will.
And
Yes, Matthew.
Oh, would it have made a difference that you have +1 to your AC?
No.
Okay. Because Endures in Darkness is still pushing out his aura.
I have +1 to my AC,
Oh.
and Gamma has +1 to their AC, but that makes it 28.
Okay.
Anyway,
all
sorry to
right, well,
interrupt you,
I'm hitting her with that telekinetic projectile because we were talking about that last session.
Yes.
So let's hope this is programmed correctly.
Ooh, that is going to be
34.
definitely hits.
All right.
22.
22 damage. Plus,
It's-
plus 3, 20, 25?
Thank you for reminding me. Okay.
And that's
yeah.
it.
Did you do one other action or?
Sustain needle.
Ah, right. Endures in Darkness is going to spend 1 action to maintain his aura. And then he is going to do a 2-action heal. Oh, I need his darn character sheet open. On Gamma, because it looked like Gamma took some big hits there.
Yep.
So he is going to do what the healing mushroom does. He is going to use a level 4 heal. So that is going to be 4d8 plus 32.
That might be a little bit overkill.
47. Not necessarily. And plus he has at the start of the day he always has 2 level 4 heals prepared. So
yeah.
He has so many different heals prepared. It's a little nuts, but that's what being a druid is. And that is his turn. The menagerie of Will's guys is up, and then Ophelia, and then Charlotte.
Okay, Choco's free isn't going to do anything. But now I'm going to get to do this. If people get this, please let me know in the chat. You just hear Igor say, boost! And we're going to boost Eidolon.
Ooh.
So +4 to damage.
Ooh.
So it's just, I still keep the bonus to hit from Ophelia, but I now get a +4 instead of a +3 damage. So striking belly bump on the Cyclops. So that is a
definitely hits.
6 to hit.
Definitely hits.
So 16, so 20 points of sonic damage.
20 in total?
20. +4 from my boost.
Ooh, we're getting close to a threshold. Excellent.
Second attack. Yeah,
no, they don't have like a second phase. Don't worry. They don't turn into 2 Cyclops.
How many eyes would they have?
Behold the power of mitosis.
Mitosis. There's still 2 Cyclops.
My thought process is if you had a 2-headed Cyclops, then you'd have the normal number of eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But on 2 different heads.
It's a Biclops.
The Biclops.
You mean a normal person?
No.
Charlotte says no, not a normal person.
No.
Some normal people have 4 eyes, actually.
All right, we're moving on to Ophelia's turn. I think Will is done.
Yep.
I'll go for
Ophelia, Charlotte, you're up next.
Oh, you're waking up for my turn. Thank you. All right. We're going to keep Bard Song up with a +3. And then we are going to shoot a funny little arrow at her. Because
cheeky little arrow.
Cheeky.
Ooh, 30.
32.
That will hit.
Yeah, that's right. Use her
11 damage.
Use her pupil as the target.
That's mean. We're not trying to kill her.
I must also mention the hits that she did on Gamma is more like it's not like a vicious, I'm gonna kill you, more like a
I feel terrible that we're attacking this woman.
You guys burst open the door in her study and killed her pet.
We're in her territory.
She literally shot first.
And she kidnapped a bunch of our people.
Or is at least working with the people who did.
Yeah. That's my turn.
Association.
All right, Charlotte, you're up next. Or you are now up.
I am now up.
Before you go.
We're gonna go with yet another bomb, but we're going to add the debilitating bomb feature to it. So remind me again, this requires me to hit the bomb, then hit debilitating bomb.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, debilitating bomb is added to every bomb you throw.
It's not ready.
You think?
So think of it as just like a passive better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I consider that to be just rude.
It's a little rude.
Yeah, still 2 acid damage.
Yeah, 2 acid damage. Ah! Makes it in a nice round number, which I appreciate.
What's the beginning of pop, sizzle, cell block tango?
Pop, sex, squish, Cicero Lipschitz. Did you even get a musical theater degree?
Now I could sit here and listen to us make fun of Will all night, but I want us to get through this combat too, so.
That's so
Por,
valid.
You know,
¿Por
I-
qué no los dos?
God.
This is
Sure.
payback for every time Aubrey and Will get together near me. Their energy combines and then is directed to me.
Bullies you.
I blame
I'm
Aubrey.
gonna do it again. I'm gonna throw a lesser acid flask this time. Another bomby bomb.
Bomby bomb.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Much better.
Bomby
Crit.
bomb.
Debilitating bomb.
Debilitating bomb.
What does that do?
Well, let
What's
me
the bomb doing?
pop it up.
Flat-footed.
There you go.
Bomb. You mix the substance the bomb cause one of the following features: dazzle, deafen, flat-footed, or 5 less speed if the attack bomb hits. Fortitude. Okay, so fortitude save. What is going to be the DC?
It's the class DC.
All right, what's your class DC? And it's a crit failure.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So it's 29.
Which one of these things you want to think? And you know what? I'm just going to let you know, because this is not an obvious thing to come up and you're a newer player to Pathfinder. Deafened can actually be bad for spellcasters, because spellcasters, if using a spell with a verbal component, have to be able to hear themselves cast. At least that was in PF1. I don't know if that's persistent.
Yes, that is persistent, but flat-footed will lower their AC by 2.
That's also true. So you got good choices. You're flush with choices.
So I'm tending to think we should go with flat-footed right now, just because of that rather hefty AC to begin with. So let's do the flat-footed.
I mean, effectively, with Ophelia's +3 barb song, that's giving us a +5.
Correct.
Nice.
Also, as a note, need to roll next turn around.
All right, that was, by the by, that was, I think, 2 actions. Is the building bomb a free action?
Yep, it's part of the bomb.
Okay, so you have 1 action remaining.
Another bomb.
Or zip out of sight. If you, well, then you wouldn't be in position next turn.
Yeah, let's throw another bomb at her. A rapid 1, 2, 3, and hope it hit the second.
Well,
and
remember to hit number 3 on your attacks, because you will take negatives for the 3rd attack.
Wait, I do what?
Well, you see where you're rolling for attacks? It has like a 1, a 2, and a 3.
It doesn't have that for the alchemy ones.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, it doesn't.
All right, well, just roll another bomb and we'll subtract from the to hit.
So that'd be 26.
26. So it doesn't hit, sadly. But still, another bit of damage. And if Cooper has taught us anything, that eventually will kill the enemy. All right. All right. On to Haruspex, who is going to look at this person who keeps throwing glass jars at them. I like to think your potions are just like mason jars. Like, you're throwing raspberry preserves at me.
Shit, though, they're just the little bottles that she just like keeps making. It's like, where are you keeping those?
We need to get Charlotte some plate armor.
Because this is a caster and scholar, she is not cognizant of things like AOs, is going to try and cast a spell right close to Gamma, but not at Gamma. That will definitely hit, so that's 14 damage.
Nope, more than
18.
14, because it's till the end of my turn, so it'll be 18 sonic damage.
Okay. But I'm going to try and cast Rave Enfeeblement on Charlotte.
Ooh.
I believe 30 will hit your AC.
I think it's a fortitude save.
No, Raise you have to hit.
Razor, you have to hit him.
Oh, that's weird.
But you still have to take a fort save to determine the severity of the effect. So if you could roll me a fort save. Fort 22, that'll be a failure, but not a crit failure. So you are enfeebled 2, and now you get to learn how to use the condition chart on your sheet.
Yay! We love that there's just a button. You just boop, beep, boop, boop, boop.
It's so nice.
It is really nice.
Who would like to show her how to use it?
I did it.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
Just
Just to turn it off after.
I get unenfeebled.
Yeah, it only lasts for a minute.
Well,
And then they're going to use their last action to hit Galma with the
it's
great
2?
club. Enfeebled 2. 39 on Galma. Hits.
Technically,
Oh,
that's attack number 2, Matthew.
Technically. Oh, that's true. So 34.
34 will
Nice.
hit, but more
Still hits.
importantly, now it does not crit.
Oh,
I'm perfectly happy with the crit. Or the
that
non-crit.
cute little information right there. That little
Take the
snippet.
wins where we can get them.
I will take the
also,
win.
make
Spell
me
attacks
a
are
wisdom
attacks.
save.
Wisdom save.
We'll say
Bum,
that.
bum,
For a second
bum.
with all the acid.
32.
Sorry, I thought the acid would have burned through her brain, but evidently not.
I think you probably hit her knees.
You know what? Probably.
Valid.
It's a Cyclops. She's big.
She's a big girl.
But Sarah, I love
Avi,
that.
Avi, it's speaking of the opposite of big girls, tiny bat lady.
That lady. I'm sustaining Needle of Vengeance, and then I'm doing another telekinetic projectile.
What
That's
are
a
your
level 34.
telekinetic projectiles, by the way? What are
I
you throwing
think-
at her?
Right now, it's just going to be like little pebbles, anything that is on the ground around me and outside of her globe.
I mean, you want to do something really insulting?
Yes. No, wait, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about using the bones of her dead familiar, in which case, no.
Oof.
No, you naughty. That's
Use
nasty.
the glass from the
Why go
shattered
for the
bottle.
kill when you can go for the hurt?
Ooh. It depends on where the glass has landed. If it is outside of that 10-foot radius globe of invulnerability, then yes, I can use the little glass shards.
I aimed it directly at her feet in front, so it'd be
Personally,
about...
I'm always a big fan of just the coin.
You're also free.
Like
to
a
use-
single copper piece becomes a deadly weapon.
You're also
That's
free to use
expensive.
Choker's feathers if you want.
Listen, y'all, there's sand all over this place. The pebbles are fine.
Just ideas.
You want the
They're
flower?
just trying
I've
to
got
help you.
flowers.
Anyway,
that's gonna be 22 damage.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ooh, we're getting there. We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Endure Darkness. Choco, how or Agama, how you doing?
On a scale of 1 to 153, I'm at 103.
No fun.
Oh,
That's
that was
a weird.
little
That's a weird scale.
That was a little
Benny
specific
Gura.
there.
I'm doing
so
fine.
I'm just-
Buff away.
I
It's
think I already
156.
gave you guidance in this fight.
You did. Hey, give it to Avi.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Avi's making attack rolls. So Avi, guidance for you. Push AC thing out. Like this whole zone is just a plus AC. No, it's huge now at this point. And that's that turn. We go to the frog man, cuckoo kachoo.
Boost.
Ooh, don't forget that she's flat-footed.
Smack.
Yes, indeed.
So that'll be a 30.
36 technically.
37 because we have +3 from Ophelia still.
Yep.
So 37 flat-footed.
Yep. How much
for
damage?
20 sonic damage.
You don't have
How
that
much?
plus.
How much?
20.
Thank you.
20 sonic damage. Second
All right.
attack.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Matthew.
Maybe
Roll
that'll
20
be a
or-
second attack.
Yeah, yes.
Maybe. Bueller. There we go.
Okay. 17 not gonna hit.
Nope.
I thought we lost you.
My internet connection went unstable for a second.
Okay,
so
I see.
Okay.
So we did lose you.
You did lose me for a second. I took a second just so that I wouldn't be a robot for y'all.
Okay.
Appreciate.
Does Choco have or Gum have a third attack, or is that it for you?
No,
Boost.
I don't have that. I boosted. I did that. Choco technically gets like an action, but he can't really reach anyone right now. So
Okay. Ophelia, you're up by Charlotte.
What do you know? We're gonna keep Bart Song up, and since it's actually working or was working, I'm gonna be cheeky again. 35.
All right, so that becomes what, 11 damage?
11 damage.
Okay. She's still standing, but it's looking like you guys may have kind of taken the wind out of her sails. But that you have one action left, I believe.
Well, I don't want to kill her.
You're in a position to make a diplomacy check.
Oh,
right now.
I guess I'll make a performance.
Or intimidation.
Oh, we're back on Twitch apparently.
We are. Oh, maybe. There we go. There we go.
Just spam refresh.
Yeah, as soon as we got out of combat.
Fight
Twitch is very
There
bloodthirsty.
we
It wants
go.
only
How dare
combat.
How dare you?
or else.
Thank you guys for sticking with us.
MTS, you bastards! Anyway.
I mean, I'm with MTS and I'm doing fine.
MTS,
That's
you
true.
bastards. Canada, upgrade your internet infrastructure for the love of God. Sorry.
Huh.
Thank y'all again. Sorry for
Yeah.
the interruptions.
Here.
I like how I couldn't see it because it was sort of frozen on my screen. The chat, I can see Will shaking his fist.
Yeah. it is fine.
It just
Reserved for all future. Anyway,
But
um,
back that up. You said you don't like the Knights of Abednego. That's why we're here. We're here to.
I mean, I know this is going to sound pedantic and childlike, but I was here first. These are my people's ruins. I am trying to do important work here. And they're just like, hey, it's a free prison.
whoa.
You would think then that as a scholar, you might have an issue with other scholars being captured and imprisoned in what appears to be your ancestral home. You think you might have some sort of issue with that.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, on the other hand, she is a bit outnumbered, just a little bit. I can understand that, right?
And I mean, hey, another test subject, right?
Pop your hip.
Give me a quick second here.
Oof.
Do not show your butt.
It's fine. Pepper's done it before, too.
Pepper has mooned the whole chat before on more than one occasion.
That's a cat thing.
There we go.
Aw.
She just kind of she almost starts like forgetting you guys are here and just starts launching into this like rant / lecture about the Golgon culture, which is the ancient Cyclops culture. And you realize that just from the little bit you guys gleaned while you were like, this is not like a big class. At most it was like an elective thing, and it's not even magical really. She knows so much about this culture. Like, you've never heard some of the facts and details that she says. You realize that, oh shit, this person is a living lost textbook of a near dead civilization.
Hey,
Probably it might be a little good that you didn't kill her outright.
have
The
you ever
way that Charlotte's black eyes start sparkling with
Which is mildly terrifying.
Yeah, you just have a bad.
I'm also a fan of older cultural technologies and ruins. Oh, I'm so excited. Like, all of her arms are doing the little, like, oh, I'm so
happy
excited.
flappies.
She's stemming so hardcore. I am so sorry. I tried to poison you. If you still feel any of the effects, I can make an antidote for you, but it should wear off in like 30 minutes, maybe 32.
She waves a hand and like heals herself a little bit because I didn't use any of the spells that could have made the fight even longer. Like stone skin, like healing and stuff. But long story short, she because you guys completely have her at your mercy, she agrees that in exchange for better behavior, including not going along with any more prisoner taking, she's going to not be involved with any of the more aggressive Cyclops or the Knights of Abednego. She's just gonna, like, until you guys are done, she's just gonna lock the door of her study and not get in your way.
I mean, any interest in teaching?
Or maybe being a student first.
Well, I feel like as like an adjunct sort of like specialty like lecturer.
The possibility. What do you think of the possibility if we do clear this place out? This could be a good place to have kind of like a study vacation for students who are interested in it, and she could lead it.
We have plenty of kids who would be super fascinated to learn about your culture.
You guys also realize, too, that considering it is a prison and designed to keep people in and out, it would be a very safe studying location for students away from the school.
You know, room and board for the most part.
Wow.
She is interested in the idea. She hasn't really considered the idea of sort of like cooperating with other like scholastic institutions. She has been doing this on her own. She kind of tells you guys kind of a bit of a long story as you guys maybe sit and get a short rest, that she is kind of unique amongst her people. She sort of gets visions and stuff from the ruins and everything, can divine things. She's got a bit of fortune telling and divination.
Divination. Yeah. Well, if you ever wanted to come to the Magambia, I'm sure you would be accepted real quick. I mean, you're a pain in the butt to fight, so you're clearly good at magic.
There's a lot of knowledge to be gained from my people's histories, but come see me if you can deal with the knights. I'm sadly not in any position to help you now, so I'm just going to stay out of everyone's way.
Well,
all right?
What can you tell us about them? We need weaknesses. We need chokehold points. We need numbers.
There is an upper level to the prison. They have been, I think, for some reason, they've been picking out very specific people amongst the prisoners. They seem to have some sort of criteria. I wasn't interested, so I didn't really pay attention. It was kind of strange. They just seemed to pick certain people. I don't know why, and then they were taking them away out of the prison.
Do you know where they're holding the people?
I mean, there's some down the way. There's unfortunately another Cyclops here who's quite. I mean, there's a few more Cyclopses here. I kind of just tolerated their presence as well. They were useful, but they're very bad-tempered, and really terrible conversationalists. They are the worst stereotypes about my people. They are brutish and quick to anger, and incredibly fragile egos, considering how tough they are.
Must be men.
I hate to point this out to you in a way because you guys look like we've had a bit of a tiff here. Just down the way past this kind of beach area here, there are some prisoners working, clearing stone, and they're being guarded by a bigger Cyclops than me. Also, we don't get along very well.
Every party member gets 56 hit points back.
Oh, nice.
So, that's the best warning I can give you. I could also suggest, if you can, the room. She pointed to the room that's like north of her on the map. Mm-hmm. If you can, I don't know, maybe blockade that door or just don't go in. There are three Cyclopses hiding out in there that probably will just fight you for the fun of it and laugh as you kill them. They're violent brutes. So I would avoid them if you can, unless you want, like, I think they've got some like gold nuggets in there or something. They hoard them like shiny things like children.
But not actual children, right?
No.
Okay.
No, they are fully grown Cyclopses. They're just.
Oh no, I was making sure they weren't hoarding children like shiny things.
No. Okay. They don't have any interest in that.
Okay, good.
Which store was that?
It's the one directly to the north of where you guys are standing.
What's over here? On the other side of where the frogs were.
I think those are extra holding cells, I think. There's nothing in them right now. Whether or not you believe her is up to you guys.
No reason not.
She looked like she's telling the truth. Yeah, it seems like
You want to give me a perception?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I believe her enough, though. Oh, wow.
Also hit you with a perception for me and for Agate. Nope. We think she's telling the truth.
You think she's telling the truth. You also get the impression that there might be stuff in those cells that she just doesn't know about because it's just beneath her notice or she doesn't care. She seems very fixated on her research.
Well, do we want to check those out?
Yeah, we can check those out on the way to free the workers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's get those workers.
she takes out a broom from the side of her room and like just shuffles her familiar, her construct familiar back into the room.
Is there any way we can help you bring him back?
No, that it's fine.
It'll take like
This
8 hours.
this is sort of honestly my fault. So it'll be a diversion if one at some point my eyes get too sore from reading ancient ruins. But good luck storming the castle. Closes the door,
you.
and you hear like
Thanks,
the sound of like
Helprax.
a stone bolt
I,
locking itself in her room.
you know what? Despite everything, I quite liked her.
Yeah, she's kind of lovely.
I've certainly met
Talk to her
meaner
after we
people.
clear up the place. I really think we could benefit from using her as a scholastic excursion for certain students interested in giant lore.
I agree.
As you guys do make your way across farther north, like past where the water ends, you do hear the sound of some heavy footfalls. It's not coming towards you, just like sounds like they're shuffling around.
Yeah.
Are you circling me? It's like Ophelia going around a circle.
I'll post
Around
on.
the
Well, did we-
world.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I
I,
thought we were.
I
gonna
thought we were
check
checking
out-
out the cells. Sorry, McKenna.
I also thought we were checking out like these over here.
Hold on, let me see if I can delete the doorways. I can.
Whee!
There's truly nothing in there.
There is actually something in there, and I will read it to you. Oh, I almost deleted Avi Avi there.
Oh,
wait,
no.
I was on the other different layer. It wouldn't have happened actually. All right. Let me read what's in C17. You actually find several prisoners from Q2 in here.
What?
Oh.
Actually, hold on one thing.
Point them to secret exit. Tell them to wait for
Yes,
us
where
outside.
your secret exit is.
Hold on a sec. I needed to look at something real quick here. My notes.
If the party took X time traveling, they're all dead.
All right. Yeah. You find several prisoners from Kyoto in here. You also find a white spotted knoll. And what appears to be an older but still kind of hale looking human man. And considering Q2 is, mostly dwarven families, and like he kind of sticks out amongst the group.
A little bit taller.
He told.
Yeah.
You guys okay?
Yes. I mean, you're Iboko's teachers, right?
Yep.
We remember you coming to the village a few times. If only you had been here an hour earlier.
Why?
Iboko got taken up the hallway to work, and it's dangerous work. Falling rocks have already hurt several people.
Oh. Okay.
Um,
Well, it hasn't been too long. Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah.
Is anybody in
The,
here in need of medical attention?
Cuts and bruises and stuff. They'll like medicine checks. They'll be fine. No one's life injuring. The knoll is named Nourishing Gull. She is from a town or city called Jula. And she was actually sent here from there by the Knights of Indigo. Apparently, and she says this with a weird sort of pride, she spilt a drink on the Knights' leader in an alehouse. And so they essentially kidnapped her and sent her to this prison.
Fight the power. I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
She mentions that the alehouse has been taken over by the Knights. They are a big problem in the city right now. And she draws you guys a sketch of the town and the alehouse interior. This is very just out of nowhere.
Can you tell
And
me
she
what the city was again?
insists, hold on, or yeah, nourishing gull or gully, She insists that the leader, Abjbal, lives and works in some hidden room in the back of the ALS at this point. She encourages you guys to stop the knights by capturing or killing that guy. Anyone who sends someone to a prison because they spilled a drink on them
Not a
needs
good
to
dude.
go. Yeah. Though she does warn you that if you get to town, don't go storming into the ale house right now. It's like the main haunt for a lot of knights. So it'll be one of those things like you turn up and then like half the bar turns to look at you and draws swords.
Ooh.
So
Sounds like a party.
Matt, could you tell the
Death
city
party.
again?
it is called Jula. Jula.
I just look at Avi and say, now that is what an open window and a fireball spell is for.
Yeah. She does say actually that there is a bit of a an anti-knight faction growing in the city run by a Father Heveril. And that's Heveril. Gully suggests seeking him out because he'll probably be a big help and he probably knows the current situation in the town because Gully's been here for a while. Gully really respects him. And there the older human man comes up, nitty meeny money, McKenna, and just sort of like, oh, I'm so grateful. Thank you very much for saving me. I don't belong here. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm an honest man plying an honest trade.
Of course, of course. How did you end up here then?
It was the worst luck I've ever seen in my life. I was going about my business. I'm a courier, you see. I'm well known for using paths throughout the jungles to get imported goods from one place to another. Like, caravans will carry, lots of goods and stuff. But if someone needs a very small but very important thing, I know how to get it across long distances secretly and safely. But I guess I've grown careless in my old age, and I walked right into the knight's camp one evening. It was almost humorous. I walked just into a clearing through some bushes. I stared at them, they stared at me, and then they tackled me to the ground. I was lucky they didn't break my arms.
Oh, did they take what you were carrying?
I was lucky. I'm not going to have to explain to a client this time. I was on my way back from a delivery. I was actually heading to Nantambu. I have old contacts and friends there. I was going to spend some time in the city looking for new work. I'm being terribly rude. I haven't introduced myself. I'm Matthias Hale.
That
sounds familiar.
So.
Yeah, that's very familiar.
Fuck. That's
Why is that
a Kiara
familiar?
name. That's a fucking Kiara name.
Yeah, that's a Kiara name.
How do we know you?
I'm
I
sorry?
don't know him.
Hold on, my notebook is over there. I'll be right back.
Was your last delivery a poker chip from the Gripley Casino?
That's between me and Mr. House.
The house always
To be
wins.
fair, I've been in stasis for a number of years, so there's a lot of people I don't know.
Roll me a society check, Sarah.
Yeah, you might know him.
Society.
We live in a... Ooh, nice.
Society.
29. You actually do remember. It's not like you pay attention to the names of like merchants and stuff, but in passing, especially in the Magodia, where they study relics and artifacts a lot, and getting things to and from like dig sites and other academic institutions is something that happens regularly.
I'm
You
sure
heard-
I used it to get imported like reagents.
You've heard of Matthias Hale at one point. Someone recommended them in passing, someone, in the staff break room or something, as a reliable and trustworthy person who is good about getting small, valuable goods from one place to another in good time. Like, he's a known outdoorsman. He knows the rivers and the paths through the jungle. And he doesn't ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, for what it's worth, my notes on this guy are not as extensive as I thought they were going to be. It reads,
You want to roll a society check for me to jog your memory?
I will. My notes so far read Matthias Hale, parentheses, Tian, question mark, the courier.
Oh wait, yeah, I
So
remember
he is
putting
the
that.
courier.
One of the people.
I will roll you a society check though.
May I also
Oh, that's a
You may also roll a
society
society.
check?
Anyone who wants can roll a society check.
Okay, cool. I don't know,
You
maybe
know
my
what?
mom's heard
I'm
of him
gonna
or
hero
something.
point that. I'm hero pointing that.
Okay.
Ooh, hey, twinsies.
There we go.
Hey!
With the discern secrets, why not? 32.
Well, this is just to jog your own memory, so you don't need to worry about it. You remember Matthias Hale was the name on the only thing written in the journal you found inside the wooden box that came from inside the painting.
Yes, that's where I remember it from. Did you ever happen to transport a painting?
A
Do I need to-
painting?
Yes, I know that it might be a little bit bigger than your usual fare.
Yes, I'm afraid that's a little bigger than I can guarantee the safety for.
Avi,
Yes.
memory magic.
Oh. As
But
in,
if it's something that he wouldn't normally... Okay, I'll just stop beating around the bush and ask, have you ever done work for someone named Kiara?
He kind of gets a thoughtful look. If memory serves, and I'm proud to say that I think it still does despite my age, I don't believe I've ever done business with anyone named Kiara. Is it a woman?
Yeah, white hair, amber eyes, you'd
Oh.
know her if you met her.
His eyebrows kind of go up a little bit at the mention of amber eyes. I have a very good eye and memory for faces. I remember a woman with amber eyes. She wasn't named Kiara, though. It was
what was she
just
going by?
Sarah. Just it seemed like a false name. She only said Sarah, and it wasn't. She didn't give a last name. I didn't really ask many questions. She paid
What
up
was
front.
she?
I haven't done any business with her in a long time. It was just the one job, but she was a client, and I feel a little wrong about divulging details. Just like I didn't see much, but you guys
Of
make a
course,
diplomacy check to try and convince him.
You're a
Yes.
business man and...
He does feel indebted to you guys because you saved him from prison, but
I mean,
has professional standards.
I'll
So
leave it to you, Ophelia.
we completely understand your discretion. You're known for your discretion far and wide. However,
butter that toast.
she is one of our dearest friends who has gone missing. We are looking for any lead at all to help her. We think she's in great danger. So we are going to do a cheeky little
Hell yeah.
performance and
He looks completely taken in by your tale of sadness and woe and a friend in peril. He's like, all right, well, I didn't see much. Usually, I wouldn't have even seen anything really. She offered me some tea, I think, as a thank you when I made the delivery. We met in a tavern, and it seemed like she was in a great hurry to see the object. Like usually most people, when I deliver a package that is asked to be kept sealed, wait till they're at home, in the privacy of their own home. But just as I took the first sip of my tea, she seemed to lose control of herself a little bit and opened the box I had brought. And it was quite curious. Inside was like a dagger, like a small stone knife. Like it didn't look like it really could properly cut anything. It wasn't like, an obsidian knife that, can cut. This was literally just stone carved in the shape of a knife. It seemed to have.
this?
Pardon?
What tavern was this?
Oh, it was a tavern in Nontambu. I can't even remember the name of the tavern now. I'd never gone there and haven't gone since. Something about that knife, actually, now that I recall, kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies, as they say. I've got a good nose for these sort of things. It served me well being ruins and like obelisks out in the jungle. You look at something, you say, "Oh, that's kind of neat." Some people will go up and start poking it and get turned into a frog or a statue, and I'm like, "Nope, that's the heebie-jeebies. I'm going the other way." And I have lived this long by not taking stupid risks.
Yeah,
That's a valuable instinct.
But
that is.
didn't help me, I guess. Kind of gestures at the prison around him.
Well, your
Yeah.
your luck only
Correct
runs
on
so
while they're
long.
having this conversation, Charlotte is very slowly but steadying with all the other people going this way through the secret tunnel to get them out.
I don't suppose she said anything about what the stone dagger did she?
She did not give me specifics. She appreciated that I hadn't opened it. I was a little mortified that she even thought I would. But she did mention that it, she had mentioned that it was good for me that I hadn't. It seemed like it was possibly something dangerous.
Oh, and where did you get it from?
I was contacted and asked to pick it up in uh, actually kind of looks at Gully in the room. Now that I remember it, it came from I think a contact in Jula.
Ah.
It was some antique tour or some archaeologist. I was just told to meet them at another tavern I was to take possession of the box, bring it to this tavern in Nantambu, wait for a woman with amber eyes who would give me the code phrase, which was Lotus, and she took possession of it, and I was paid up front, so I didn't ask, of course, any questions really. Did do my usual test though. When I first received the package, I stayed one extra night in Jula and put the package next to a flower, fresh cut flower. And if the flower was still alive in the morning and hadn't withered or been turned into a horrible mutant or something, I knew the package was not extremely dangerous to even hold. You have to be careful with these relics sometimes.
I know this might be a touchier question, because if you've worked with her once, she may still be an active client. But have you ever done work for Mercedes at the Black Hat?
His face kind of goes pale. Is that like, I don't know anything about the Black Hat. Nope.
You definitely do. It's okay. You can tell me. I'm not gonna be mad. Unless you're offended that I would imply that you would work there, because some people, they have the heebie-jeebies about it.
Avi,
What?
you are dear to me and I care about you, but as much as this conversation is good to have, students being worked to death possibly, just above us.
Okay, this is important. It's a yes or no question.
Okay.
He's not going anywhere.
Well, I actually would like to go
Literally
somewhere.
going out that tunnel right now.
Yeah, we're gonna see him later. Ask him your question, yes or no.
What was the question? Just
If you've ever done work with Mercedes at the Black Hat. No judgment.
I thought that was a pretty clear answer.
he looks like he sort of he starts to like open his mouth to say something, and you see the visible imprint of a hand, an invisible hand closing on his throat, and then he closes his mouth and it disappears.
Forget I asked.
So that's a yes.
That's a yes.
Forget I asked. My
Contractual obligations. I'm sorry.
Of course. That answers my question either way. Apologies for the discomfort, and thank you for your forthrightness.
Thank you for saving me from this prison. It's the least I could do.
Anytime.
Good luck storming the castle, and runs off with the other
You're
survivors.
the person who said that. What a fun turn of phrase.
Almost like it's from something.
Okay.
It's like it's
All right. Is that all of them?
Yes, I think that's all of them.
All right. I'm going to check out this room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, what's in here?
C7B, C7C are all basically the same.
Cool. Great. Is there any... I need things.
You need reagents?
I need reagents. I'm low on them.
Oh.
Are you guys wanting to kind of poke around the top there and see maybe what's in that area over there?
I'm going to be very quiet when I ask. Do we want to move this table right here up against this door here?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Together, all
Like-
together with Choco leading us.
Yeah. Like maybe we can make sure that there's nothing important on it, but other than
I mean, it sounds like those Cyclops are going to be pretty self-absorbed. Maybe we take care of the
She
ones
did
that...
say to barricade the door because if they hear us out here, they might want to fight us.
Obviously, based on where you're standing, give me a perception check.
What? Why do you keep bapping me?
Back to
Ma'am?
27.
27. All right. You hear, because you have decently sized ears, actually, as a little Nyctera in the bat. You hear a...
Oh, great. You're snoring.
If they wake up, they're gonna want to fight.
Oh, I love fighting.
They're literally talking about how much they love fighting in their sleep.
I agree that we should
Okay.
do something to barricade it, but we need to work together to lift it and drag it.
Yes.
Will, quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you and Gamma have like link senses, or Gamma have his own perception check?
Yes.
Roll me a perception check for Gamma.
Gamma, 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 kichi. Gamma, 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 kichi. I mean, Gamma has
good
line
enough.
of
Just
sight.
yeah, you see a Cyclops even bigger than Harusbuk standing with his back to you guys, watching a group of kind of ragged-looking prisoners just sorting through rocks, and the Cyclops, which is his butt, and just kind of shouts some indirect things and gestures with his big hand, and prisoners seem to pick up the pace. And Gamma, because Gamma spent some time around, Gamma thinks he may recognize one of the people being forced to move rocks.
Yeah, we know. We have a student up there.
Need to move the table.
I mean, here's the thing. Other than Choco, none of us are athletically gifted.
You know what? I could set up a trap on the door just in case.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So before anyone moves anywhere, what do you guys want to do?
I'm going to go over to the door that she said there was
Okay.
Cyclopses behind, which is that one.
Would you like to give me a stealth check?
Would it be helpful to do this under the cover of invisibility?
I mean, it certainly couldn't hurt.
Done. I'm coming with you.
What's the radius on that?
10 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you guys then can easily walk across the room, and as you walk across the room, you now, like, over the table, it's, Cyclops-sized table, and it's really kind of messy. You can see this big guy over there. It is really called a Great Cyclops.
Yeesh.
I'm gonna fashion up a tripwire poison trap.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I made a thievery check, could I help?
Sure, but that does increase the risk of a natural one.
There's nothing else that we could put against this door.
I mean, you could start trying to shovel some of the sand on the ground up to that, but not entirely sure how well that would work.
Probably not that.
This is actually one of my best scores. That's a 37 to aid.
Oh, demolition charge. Oh, God. Wow. Okay, so yeah. You managed to set up, and because this is a fantasy world, this is an alchemical kind of mechanism. It doesn't have little wires that someone could, like, cut one of them to disable the bomb. This is like an alchemical
Might
little,
I
like...
describe this for you?
Please do.
So Charlotte takes the bag and opens it, and Avi, you can actually see in her bag now. It looks like some sort of herbal potion shop threw up in there, because there's everything in the sun, like little potion bottles, and they're all different colors, and some of them are, slightly nauseatingly weird colored, but just like takes out 4 of them. And then as you watch, you see her actually unravel a web, like a little thin web, as she pulls it out of one of her arms.
Oh my.
And uses that to attach each one. and then just
And you provide expert assistance with that roll.
like as one arm comes out, you put one of the little bombs in it, and she sticks it with a web against the wall.
With my tiny little bat hands. Tiny little bat hands.
Good, delicate hands for it.
Finally, as I go, and I start unspooling as we walk backwards from the door.
The detonator.
Basically.
Well, now hold on. Is this a trap, or is this something you have to like plunger to activate?
The trigger is
Okay,
a
no,
creature
yeah.
moves into this
Activate,
space.
fire in the hole, trigger, creature moves and has. Okay, so it is a trap, not a thing you need to
Yeah.
actually. All right.
So just
So-
like
Consider the door trapped.
for comedic flavor.
Gotta come back.
All right. What do you guys want to do next? You're now, I think, all probably. Although can move over and you put you all under the invisibility.
What's in this one?
That appears to be another closed door.
Can I just, once again, Negro will speak up and say, folk, can we just, like, save our student who is being forced to labor right now? Is that
You
is
do
that
hear
okay?
a
Can we
single.
explore-
You
can we
hear
explore less and save more?
You hear the great Cyclops kind of grunt, and he seems to kick a stone on the floor, and you hear a grunt of pain as it hits someone.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so what's in this room?
A dead student.
You know, the amount of times that
Negro, Gama, if we're in invisibility, we can surprise him.
Yeah.
So, like, stick close and surprise
So
him.
we get right up behind him, we strangle the life out of him.
Yes.
He is like 3 times taller than anyone in the party.
We'll put all of our hands
Well,
together.
I'm only about 12 inches tall, so that's not
That's
very
not a high bar to
intimidating.
clear, no. But yeah, if you guys want, you guys are magically hidden from sight, but I'm going to ask if you guys want to move like right into this center area right behind them. I will need a stealth check.
Hell yeah.
we have
Did you
Sarah's-
Hell no, hell no.
Have
we
the
have
quiet
Sarah's
allies.
Quiet allies.
The quiet
so
allies.
We
Oh,
use
that's right,
Igra's
that's right.
terrible stealth of a +3.
Well, he has a plus 10 to this, so.
Yeah, so plus 13 in total.
Okay.
So 19, 20,
That
21,
seems-
22.
22. The giant, the giant or the great Cyclops does kind of turn and look. There's a little splashing sound. But it's not enough for him to be actually suspicious. So you guys can position yourselves right in that center area there, and they are none the wiser.
Oh, he big.
He is quite big. He's
He
quite
big-
beefy.
He big ugly. Can you pop his token up?
He's
Yeah, I got it.
ugly.
He big ugly.
I also don't mean to push any sort of stereotypes, but he doesn't look like the sharpest crayon in the bunch.
What do you
Is
mean?
he-
He's got a sharp horn.
Got brain damage from that big old stick. in his
Brain's real
forehead.
sharp. The horn.
You guys do also now see there are about 4 bedraggled-looking people moving stones. A 5th one lying on the ground, kind of clutching their head, where they seem to have been hit in the back of the head with a stone. And amongst them, you see Iboko, looking pretty worse for wear, casting like furtive glances behind her at the Cyclops. And you do notice. Everyone, give me a perception check.
Shit, she's gonna try to run or something. Damn.
Ophelia, you specifically note while she is making a point of moving rocks, because it seems like there's like a mosaic or something behind this wall, but there's a lot of rocks that collapse from the ceiling, obscuring it, and you get the impression that they're being tasked to remove these rocks so the mosaic can be studied. She seems to be very pointedly not moving a specific rock. It's a tall kind of rock, and she would probably have to like knock it over and then sort of roll it away, but she's moving all the rocks around it. But there's one rock, a tall one, that she is very specifically sort of leaving alone.
That's the information they want from this mosaic.
Well, this one is actually just sitting in the sort of the middle of the room,
Or
which
something.
makes it even more conspicuous. You think if there was anyone with the Cyclops guarding them, they would have noticed that, like, why have you left this one rock standing? Get it out of the way. We need to move it.
Something
But-
she has under there.
We're invisible, right?
You guys are invisible.
All right.
Until we make a hostile action.
Yes.
Hey, buddy. Igra's going to call out. You think what you're doing here is right, man?
Kind of looks around. Are you one of the knights? You're not supposed to be down here.
Oh, no, I'm your conscience.
My concussion?
Yeah.
You're nobody.
What?
Character.
I love that.
Let's see how this
Hero
plays.
point for that reference.
Thank you.
God, poor Odysseus.
That was good. I like that one.
I got some bad news for you, bud.
What?
You got swamp gators.
For dinner?
Yeah, they're lurking and they're lurking in that watery hole over there?
He looks back the way you guys came. Huh? Where?
The one
He cannot see where you're pointing. So
the one near the wall.
he looks directly south of him now.
Yeah, okay, keep following the wall all the way to your left. See that little hole?
No, his
He
life
starts
is
stomping his foot. You can't tell me what to do. Even the lady Cyclops can't tell me what to do. I mean, sometimes I listen because she says smart things and she makes me feel dumb and I feel like I should listen to her. But
I mean, hey,
you
buddy,
can't tell me what. You're just air. And he starts swiping in the air.
If you're into that, I'm not going to shame you, bud.
What?
I would. Just a little bit.
What a shame.
You know what? That's a valid question to ask.
Gus!
He reaches under his loincloth and scratches something.
Oh, the swamp gators!
The swamp gator. But in all
You know what?
seriousness, buddy, there's some real tasty food in the water over there, towards
Oh,
like.
I'm gonna whisper to Igor and I'm just gonna say, tell him that the guys in the room wanna fight him. That they said a really mean thing about him.
Yeah. You know, there's some good food, and then you know what else, man? Listen, I'm your conscience. I'm inside of you, so I hear everything, right?
He kind of looks at his stomach.
Yeah, there you go. And you know those 3 assholes sleeping in that other room?
Maybe.
They said that I overheard them saying that they could beat you up, that they could kick the life out of you, and use your horn as some sort of coat rack.
A diplomacy or deception check.
Guys, I'm nervous. Can I help this? Oh, yeah!
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Yeah!
Hell yeah!
This is
What a
funny for a
time.
reason you guys don't understand.
I'm your concussion.
You are the concussion.
It's also funny for a reason we do understand, but feel free to tell us the other reason.
Hmm?
Oh, I said, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Well then.
Quick, get out of his way.
Yeah, I'm
He
going to
is-
summon
Let's everyone
God.
sh-
Yeah.
More curious than anything, he's gonna sort of cross the room. And then he notices that all the frogs are gone.
Uh-oh.
He's like, no, the froggies aren't supposed to be out. Arr! And he starts looking around furiously. I don't know what a conscience is, but when it find it, I'm gonna squish it. And he just starts stomping around thinking he's looking for something like made of air or something.
Like how we're all just
Has he forgotten about
looking backwards? Like,
the mean sleeping trolls in the other room?
He seems to have forgotten. He doesn't seem to have a very high attention span.
Oh, shoot. Well, what if we just go, like, over here and we're like, over here?
Charlotte, you can do the sounds that aren't real, right?
yeah,
Those sounds?
I can. Oh yeah, hold on. I'll just
I just want to share. I want to share. I will understand what your goal here is, you guys.
I want to make them fight each other.
Yeah.
McKenna's trying to relive the slime and the 3-headed centipede moment.
Listen, we've been told that they are fighty motherfuckers. So
I mean, yeah, I can cast a ghost sound near that area that makes it sound like,
Ribbiting frogs.
like they're laughing or something.
yeah, laughter and ribbits.
They've got the frogs in there
They've
too.
got the
It's a
frogs in
party.
there.
They're partying without him. Making fun of him. Dang.
All right. Well, if you're gonna use ghost sound, describe for me what the plan is here. Like,
Well-
what are you gonna do? How's it gonna work here exactly?
Well, I mean, the idea behind it, if what y'all are requesting is that I central the ghost sound to be around this area,
Yeah.
which will lead him over there, and if I have it raucous laughter, and if Conscience Boy over here repeats that they're making fun of him, maybe he'll try to open the door like a dumb nitwit, not paying attention to the, flask bombs or nothing. Hard to say. And then try to open the door and blast himself and his friends.
Yeah.
So what? Well, I understood the aim. Sort of. You guys just want to essentially throw these guys into a explosion together and see what comes out the other end.
Yes.
Also to see if they start fighting each other.
Well, no, I think that was the plan. I just want.
Yeah.
So, what is the ghost sound you're making?
Laughter. Grunty laughter.
Give me a quick second here.
Laughter.
Okay. God, this could get incredibly confusing.
Haha, now you know how I felt.
Well, here's the thing. Half of me just wants to give this to you guys because it is an excellent setup where you have booby-trapped the door. You did get a natural 20 in your diplomacy to convince the guy, and I'll just peek behind the curtain here. While the thing specifically says that the sleeping cyclopses would be quick to pick fights with anyone they don't think belongs here or anyone think they can bully, the other cyclops will. It specifically says he might have gotten mad at you guys because he originally thinks you're part of the knights when you show up, and then when he realizes his mistake, because he realizes this is a mistake on his own, but then he accuses you of tricking him by doing nothing, and then he attacks.
And then we
Anyway,
actually tricked
so,
him.
So we
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
And so,
nothing.
and you guys are under invisibility.
Yeah.
And that
So if
lasts
you guys
for
just
10
sit
minutes.
there, do nothing, conceivably these guys could potentially just kill themselves. I'm
okay with that.
I'm tempted.
I like
I mean,
Now-
reward the shenanigans.
I do want to. I know people will come and watch this and say,
People-
"Oh, this is why
Matthew-
this particular."
Matthew,
Aw.
Matthew, we do not
It's
get.
clever.
We have not fostered that type of community. We have not fostered that type of community. We have a community that respects and enjoys a good little bit of shenanigans.
Come now,
They enjoy
Chet.
a good
See
bit.
these cyclopses blow themselves up. Just be honest
Quick-
with us.
Quick question though: can you manually detonate the thing from a distance, or is it only going to be when someone gets close to it?
Essentially, if I've associated it with the crafting for the door, pretty much if he tries to open the door in any way, it'll go off. So
All right.
there is the possibility if he's smart enough, he will see it, but I don't know if he's smart enough to actually know what those are. Because
Would it? Wait.
they
Out of
look
curiosity,
like spider
Might be-
webs on a door.
how
It-
big is it supposed to be? The thing. If it's small enough, he may not even notice it.
So in terms of the actual thing, it's just basically a rigging of the bomb, like 4 bombs, which are 4 of my essentially poisons.
So yeah, not very big.
Nope.
No, they're not very large.
So I'm this close to giving it to you guys, and I will describe how these 4 individuals probably kill each other. Oh, goodness gracious.
It does say a creature moves into the hazard space,
Yeah, so.
that it doesn't have to mess with it, right?
See, chats with us.
Chats
Yeah,
with
exactly.
us.
Shenanigans
Even-
are the D&D experience, and
even-
this is
No, you know what?
Even Mark's
I will.
approving that.
So that's fair. Also, though, I'm gonna make a compromise here. What I'm going to say is that
Oh, we left Endures in Darkness.
That's fine. He's with us. It's fine. There we go.
this guy would probably he was like, "Whoa, that's a funny looking mushrooms growing there. I think I'm gonna eat that later."
Whoops.
I'm gonna roll a D100.
Yeah.
On a 1 to 50, they just all kill each other. Like, it'll just be a complete massacre. They manage through crazy stuff to take this Greater Cyclops down on their last 2 hit points, and then he falls on them and crushes them.
Funny,
On
like it.
51 to 100, he kills all of them, and they take him down to half health.
Okay.
Deal.
Okay. Both are
Does that
great.
seem fair to you
Both
guys?
are
Because
very
good options.
very
It would
Both are
take-
fair.
it would take-
Fair.
while I would love to do it for realism's sake, it would take forever to do an actual combat between these 3 guys and the big guy.
Oh.
I don't have
It'd be kinda fun to
vacation
watch.
Oh,
Will
you
does.
don't want to have to do a combat between a bunch of NPCs, Matthew?
I've learned from your experience, well, thank you.
He said
Honestly-
no.
Honestly, pick a page from PJ's book and do one-liner attacks where they knock each other's heads off in one shot, which is what he does.
So, before I roll the D100, does anyone else have some seasoning they want to throw in this gumbo that might tip the odds in one way?
Gumbo.
Maybe one more deception check from one of our charisma folks to be like they're the ones who did that bomb thing that just.
Also,
blew
you
up
want to
in your
wait
face.
until the bomb goes off, because, should be note, the bomb will certainly wake up the Cyclopses, who are probably going to run out like it's a fire drill.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just.
And
learn
they're
from
the
each
ones
other.
that let the frogs.
We got
Ow.
him. We gave him a nat. We got a nat 20 on him.
Let them
I'm
fight.
comfortable just letting him fight. Let's
All
let
right,
him
well,
go.
I'm going to roll my D100 then. So, you guys want a 1 to 40, 1 to 50. 1, 2, 3.
Well,
12. Nice.
Yep.
the 12!
You guys have to give respect. You guys are like, you're not real martial fighters and everything. You're not appreciators of like pugilism and real down and dirty, like bashing someone's head in and stuff. But this is a brutal but also just sort of impressive fight. The 3 Cyclopses that come running out of the room after this poor guy takes the brunt of this thing exploding in his face and he gets angry about this. They run out, and fresh with the ghost sound laughter in his ears and this explosion in his thing, he thinks a horrible prank has been played on him, and he immediately starts trying to bring his club down on them. And they put up a good show. They like take him out at one of the knees at one point, but at one point he grabs one of them and just crushes his head.
That
And
would have
just to
been
give you guys a
us.
perspective,
Full Oberyn Martell.
Like a grape.
this Cyclops had 235 health.
I want grapes.
Oh,
This fight, despite it might not have taken as long as I feared because you guys now had all your magic. But yeah, it's a good thing there's actually no other. There are no other Cyclops guards or beings on this level. I'm not going to say anything else necessarily. But the noise would have attracted everyone.
Oh, absolutely. This is
And
not
that's good that
silent.
you dealt with Harspix first, because she would have made that very bad.
I like to think that his ultimate demise, where he took all of the others out, and then in his last hit points, he succumbed to poison.
You just walk up and like, oh.
so what cool stuff did they have?
All right, so
Okay, well,
Just
wait.
kidding.
wait,
I'm
wait,
just
Ophelia.
kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
will go fetch the students. You loot the dead Cyclops.
Okay, I care more about Iboko.
All right.
All right. Are you happy? Iboko, what do you have under that rock? Show us.
hold on one second though. I'm just going to the Cyclops bullies, just so you guys know. They had, this is pretty nice. They had 9 gold nuggets worth 45 gold pieces each, so 45 gold times 9.
Oh yeah, I go to collect those before and then
That's
come
math.
back. So I will go collect those. I'd also And I also
You also get the impression that this might have been literally this. They were being paid for this. Like they weren't here for like loyalty to Harzak. They they weren't like her tribesmen who were here as duty bound to her. They were getting paid for this.
I will
Well-
go grab those so we can store them in the bag, but also Matt, what is on this table, by the way? We never actually looked what's on
There's nothing on the table. There is like Cyclops leftovers that have been left out.
Oh.
Ray!
Hi, Ray.
Yes, hello, Shave, Mad Ox. Thank
We
you for
just
the raid.
circumvented a giant Cyclops fight. Welcome.
You just missed us pit 2 counters against each other and not have to deal with them at all.
I mean, a 40 diplomacy will go
Yeah.
a long way.
And we had a
40
50-50
diplomacy under
chance.
invisibility against a creature not known for its intelligence.
On a nat 20.
With
On that 20.
bombs.
With
And
bombs.
The bomb really was an important thing because otherwise the
Mhm.
Cyclops probably wouldn't have attacked the guys as soon as they came out of the room. Because, they're co-workers of sorts, but something blow up in his face. He was angry
If
and
a coworker throws a bomb at me, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
at
I'm
him.
decking them straight up.
the reason I was
also-
very reluctant to start with this, like outside of this very specific situation you guys set up, I was worried you guys were just bleeding encounters because this could have been very bad.
Yep.
I'm also completely out of reagents, so
Yeah.
Worth.
Can
The
you use gamma stomach
Cyclops-
acid?
Cyclops doesn't actually. The big Cyclops doesn't have anything actually.
Got
But
fighting words, and that's about it.
so you guys rescue the remainder of the prisoners. Iboko is so happy to see you guys. She sort of finally breaks composure for the first time you've ever seen her. Usually she's so composed and studious. And she kind of like brings you down to like she says she wants to show you she found something. And nestled in a little nook, like it's almost like a funny little shelf in the back of this rock, standing rock. It's like a little weird seed pod. It's not the healthiest looking thing. You get the impression it might be a little hard. There's some holes in the roof and like stuff from these cave openings, but you get the impression it might be hard for this thing to get sunlight in here. And she says, I found this sort of like fallen off from a corner or something when I was helping excavate it, and I think it's still alive. It's some sort of plant life form inside, I think. It seems a little dormant, and I've tried everything, and I can't seem to coax it in any sort of reaction. If anyone wants to give me like a nature or arcana or lore of any kind.
I'm gonna give you Arcana with, and
Nice
I'll use
nature.
Pocket Library for this.
Ophelia's like, it's a plant.
It's a plant. I like plants.
plant.
But
With a
it's not a
combination-
flower.
With a combination of Igra and Aviavi's pocket library, you realize two things. One, this may be like a leshy pod. A small nascent leshy might be in here that is close to emerging, but is seemingly struggling a little bit right now. And second, that while much like plants, leshy pods can be, made healthy and can increase their development by just tending them to as you would a plant, by, like lots of light, lots of water, good soil. Some leshies also respond to verbal stimuli. Encouraging words, maybe a song.
The mushroom wars are happening.
Looks over at
Yay!
Ophelia.
No mushroom
Ophelia.
wars here, okay?
Can you sing it a lullaby?
I'm gonna cast dancing lights as I sing it a little lullaby because this little guy's been through some hard times.
What form do your dancing lights take in this moment?
So
In
like
this kind of
little
cave with the mosaic in the background?
it's gonna be little music notes and stuff, like almost when you're playing a game and a character's singing, they pop up and everything. So it'll be the actual the song that Ophelia
And
sings.
then Dr.
little
Strange
guy.
comes in and throws them at you.
Rude.
36. Nat 16. All right. Are you? Is it a lullaby? Are you trying to sing like a happy song, like "You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine," or something like what tone, what genre of music are you trying to use?
I would say that it's
I was a little one.
probably like a little Beatles in there. I just feel like something uplifting, but also like calm and lovely and nice, just like that.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful bulb.
Oh, like here comes the sun or something like that, because we're gonna be taking him out of this dark, damp cave with all these mean people.
I always
somewhere
thought
else.
Blackbird was a great lullaby.
That one too.
As you kind of kneel down in front of this little stone shelf with this little leshy pod on it, and you sing, got the dancing lights. It's a very picturesque little scene. Ophelia, you do see the pod wiggles a little bit, and then it shakes and shimmies, and then it shimmies a little too much, and it looks like it's going to tumble off of the shelf onto the floor. Do you reach for it as it tries? It almost falls.
Yeah, I catch it.
All right, Ophelia, you catch it, and there's a sudden sort of bloom of color where the exterior, where it almost seemed like a kind of longer, kind of like cabbage, suddenly becomes a beautiful red color. And rather than like a pod or a cabbage kind of opening up, it blooms like a gigantic rose head. And out of it comes a little rose leshy that kind of stands up out of its little pod. It kind of looks around, looks up at you as you're holding it in your hands, and just says, "Mama?"
Ophelia, you're a mom! She's a mother!
Oh my gosh, I never thought I'd be a mother!
You know, she works so well with your hat. You could put her in your little flower.
Baby, yeah.
And you, through your, I believe, your druid dedication, have gained a familiar.
Yes. Exciting. I love her so much.
You gotta think of this is in character. You have to think of a name for her.
Oh my gosh, and I will. But I try not to shove names onto creatures that do have a mind of their own, so I will be thinking about it.
Fair enough. Honestly,
Endures in Darkness sort of says, "Oh, I hope your mother will be to know that you became a mother in prison."
She'll be thrilled.
I think she's going to
Truly.
be rocked by the fact that she's a grandma.
Somewhere like
somewhere
her mom in the middle of like composing some music or something gets a shiver up her back.
She's like, I feel old.
Every interaction I've had with Ophelia's mom gives me the impression that she's not going to like being called a grandmother.
I think it's hilarious. You should all call her grandma now.
Okay.
She'll love that.
Grandma.
Charlotte, who's never met your mother, goes, okay.
Yeah, that's true. You haven't. For context, she was a teacher. She was a music teacher at the Maccabi before.
Oh, so I probably
Society
have met
check.
her. Although
Society check for
I'm sciences, she's music. We never crossed.
Never,
Oh.
not ever. Different.
Or maybe you
complete different
did once at a
sides.
bar one
Fierce
night.
rivals.
And thusly we learnt of Ophelia's origin.
Mom?
mommy. I mean, sorry, mommy.
It wouldn't be the first time we had a surprise ancestor in the party.
That's true.
Oh Lord. We need a
God.
chart for the Wednesday game, honestly. We need a chart at this point.
I can,
Naked
I
tree.
can post.
We now have. Can we get these prisoners out of here so they can go free?
Yeah,
I
I'm
imagine.
Most of the
it.
prisoners are gone at this point.
Oh, yeah, they've been-
Ibuku, Iboko, despite herself and her situation, has been waiting to be dismissed.
Oh, you're such a good student.
Like
Those
I
sweet
think I heard
extra
somewhere the bell doesn't dismiss me. You do?
Okay,
Of
which
course.
one of us was the toxic teacher who said that?
Not me.
Me! It was me!
God damn it!
It was
Ophelia.
me. It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Hi. I don't believe we've met yet, but I had a quick question. Did they ever indicate why they had you unmining this particular thing?
I mean, in a weird way, I think we were somewhat lucky. The certain prisoners were taken upstairs to where I think the knights are. Down here, we were just doing busy work for the Cyclopses.
Hmm.
They just this is a Cyclops. It's a ruin. There's ancient knowledge here. It's actually kind of interesting. I think there's some interesting stuff in the mosaic, but under threat of violence and death. I much prefer when we were excavating blood salt. We got snack breaks. Here they
Yes.
were barely feeding us. I think I had to eat. I had to eat like a freshly killed crawfish raw.
Here, I have some leftover
Aw.
mango slices from the snack.
Oh, thank
pack.
God!
There
I
you go.
was worried I was going to get scurvy.
One of my friends went to school and she was taking care of herself for the first time ever. She got scurvy because she wasn't eating any vegetables or fruits
Oh God!
in real life.
I had a friend who was attending the art section in
Teeth are falling
Lagambia, and she told me she got a bladder infection because she wasn't allowed to use the bathroom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Maybe I should let
poisoned
people go to the
student
bathroom
once.
in my class.
Yeah, you're letting people.
I just play with you.
Sorry, what was that?
Ophelia has many different sides to her.
No.
There's teacher Ophelia.
Just
There's
two.
musician Ophelia. There's friend Ophelia.
Now there's
disposable
mom
friend
Ophelia.
Ophelia.
Uh-oh, that's one too many. We're gonna have to move one out.
Hmm.
Only 3 facets. That's all it's allowed.
Hmm.
But in all seriousness, Iboko, it's a long trip back to your village from here. So, for now, if you're okay with hanging out in the secret tunnel that we found, we want to make sure you're safe getting home. And there is a possibility of this undead knight roaming around. So,
Yes, but the undead knight is fixated on us. So if she's aware of the undead knight, she can tell the others as they're going back to their village that they need to be aware and to not get in the pack of it.
I just came up with a wonderful idea. Thank you, Charlotte. Iboko.
You're welcome.
Makeup assignment. Because of all the classes you've missed, in order to make up for those grades,
I was afraid of this.
it is your job to escort the folks back to the village.
I will do my best.
And if you get them back, you get all the grades from work you missed. Done.
I mean, that seems a little overgenerous, but okay.
I mean, they gave us
give them to you anyway.
They gave us an entire year of schooling for going down to the basement and killing some bugs, so I think this is actually pretty on par for the course.
Yeah, actually, honestly.
Magabi is kind of an odd place.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
You could easily kill some bugs, girl. I believe in you.
I think she's a good chance of protecting the
As-
others.
As a fun note, if you guys had fought the Cyclops right there, she would have given you +1 to any sort of skill check you did during the fight. Like if you had tried to trip it, she would have helped by giving you a +1.
Oh, what a good kid.
I don't know, like throwing a rock at its Achilles tendon.
Matt,
Um,
as she starts to, if she's starting to make her way out, Charlotte just grabs her arms and takes her hand and puts a lesser elixir of life in her hand, and just you don't have much right now, so take that in case anybody gets hurt. And don't do anything too difficult for you, and make sure those people are safe. I know we've never met before, but you're a student, and
okay.
have fun.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Have fun storming the castle.
No, we're doing the opposite. And she kind of runs out with the rest of
What a
Have
good
fun
kid.
absconding the castle.
I don't know about you, but I would very much like to clear the rest of this place out. However, I am out of everything.
How do we un-out you of everything?
I just need to do some scavenging a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, we can take an early 8-hour rest right now, and then give the Knights of Abednego a night to remember.
What?
Are you sure they're not going to come down here and kill us in our sleep?
I
I
mean,
think they're busy with whatever they're doing upstairs.
You guys want to go sleep in one of the half-flooded cells that the prisoners were in
No, just
and
leave
get,
it.
half your body all pruny?
or in the perfectly dry room.
It is
That's
probably.
true.
It kind of smells of dead cyclopses.
That's fine.
Yeah, there are dead cyclopses in there. Yes.
There's a lot of Cyclops gore around that room.
I mean, I
Visceral.
can transform and sleep anywhere. That's perfectly fine with me. But I understand if you all need more comfortable places to sleep. Yes.
I'm physically built to sleep on this ceiling.
There's some nice looking handholds up there, or feet holds for you.
I mean,
Like,
that
oh,
would-
this takes me back to family trips.
right there. That would be delightful to sleep on.
Well, I
We
think
used
those
to go
are-
visit the cave coven.
So are we doing a rest? Is it worth the risk?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Where would you guys like to rest specifically?
C4.
You want to?
Ceiling.
Okay, are you guys gonna go into the Cyclops battlefield room?
I-
Gamma and Igor will just take them, the corpses, and put them into like one of the cells.
Yeah, and then we could just prestidigitate
That's true.
all the blood and gore and guts and
General.
You literally find a few teeth embedded in the wall.
oh wait, I take those and put those in my pocket.
Yeah,
I'm
those are useful for necromancy.
gonna take the opportunity to try to. I mean, I'm not going to quote unquote rest. I gotta go get reagents. And
I mean, there's a jungle right outside.
yes, I'm going to essentially transform into my real form to like be able to scuttle quicker. Sorry, Matt.
It's okay.
I'll leave my bag with actually no. I transform and you see that I've hooked the bag as well as I could over my body. So it's hanging on my back so I can put stuff in it. Like,
Endures in Darkness, assuming that he is essentially now your TA as well, goes with you to help.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much for coming.
He is not bothered at all by spiders. He knew some spiders during the Mushroom Wars.
Mushroom war.
Perfect. If you want, it'll be quicker if you just get on my back.
Now you look like a spider that has spent much time in a cave. You don't have a mushroom going on.
You
She
have
looks
been
like a what's that
domesticated
one
by a
Pokemon?
mushroom.
Paris! I've
Oh,
turned
no.
into Paris!
Does that mean Endures in Darkness is now playing the character?
I
And
mean,
just like that, Charlotte became an NPC.
I mean,
no.
if we
The Last of Us in the game.
if we
Oh.
went and got TPK'd minus Charlotte and Endures in Darkness, the two of them would be the Last of Us.
Hey!
Dun.
That was actually not that bad.
Thank you.
What
Villain
sound does it make
boy.
when you... Hey guys, what sound does it make when you toss a drum set off a cliff?
A very loud noise.
Bum.
Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
My orchestra teacher told that every day.
Oh.
Anyway.
Orchestra.
Yeah, so you guys can get a full night's rest. Turns out, unless they are like bringing in fresh prisoners and stuff, it looks like the knights don't really come down here.
Nice.
Brilliant. You'll love to see it.
Though that is concerning, and things from you heard that they did already sort through this new batch of prisoners and took certain people away already, including, as no one has asked about them yet, Iboko's father.
Oh no. I'm a little
I
surprised you didn't want to
suspect
see that.
ritual.
I forgot about it until just now.
I suspect ritual.
There's a lot to keep track of here, including that surprisingly chatty Knoll.
Yeah, wait, would she have left if her dad was still here, though? She's
She
a
trusts
good
you guys.
Start.
She trusts you guys to take care of it, and you did give her the assignment, so
Go and defend
She
the...
understood the
The
assignment.
she's also not in any real condition to help, and she realizes that she's got enough self-awareness.
Alright.
Okay. So, Matt, does
Yes.
my fruition give me infused reagents?
Yes.
Perfect.
Ooh.
That'll help. It also gives me enough time with our resting to do a crafting of an additional 3. 2. Is it 2? 3. 2?
I mean, you got the 8 hours. I would assume it's 3.
3. I think it's 3.
I think it's
Yeah.
more than 3 at this point.
I mean,
Well, she does also have. Well, I don't know if you have
what-
necessarily.
so
want to sleep.
I can automatically without using reagents,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it says how many.
It does. It is your daily preparations. You get infused reagents. You don't need to attempt crafting checks to use them. For each batch of reagents you spend, you choose an alchemical item. Infused reagents. You're equal to your level plus your intelligence modifier. So you get 10 plus... What's your intelligence modifier?
It's a good question. Hold on. 5.
So you get 15 infused reagents a day.
Perfect.
Any poisons you make 2 to 1. And everything else is 1 to 1, I believe.
Yes.
So, you know.
Okay. I will essentially, after I have returned with Endures and Darkness on my back, and I go over to the corner, you will just see me go like multi-arms.
Yeah, so you guys heal up, you get your spells back, and we will probably end things just through there because I don't want to start up anything. But I'm just going to say for the sake of it, at some point you guys creak open this door here just to peek inside, and there appears to be 2 things of interest in the room. There is a stairway leading up, big steps. You'll look a little comical walking on it because it was made for cyclopses. But there also appears to be sort of like a broken wall that leads out to more water.
Nice.
Mm.
All right.
Which is also where this kind of broken wall also sort of seems to lead.
But is that where you want to call it, Matt?
I think so. We'll be launching into some more stuff very quickly in the next week. So you guys actually were pretty quick about clearing this level.
Yeah. All right, my friends.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Don't forget to check out the many other shows here on the channel, such as the League of Amazing Adventurers on Wednesday, the Astral Calling on Friday, and Stardew Sunday on Sunday. Don't forget to give us a follow if you haven't already. A frog will hop across the screen. And also, don't forget to give us a follow on our other socials if you're watching on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. And no one I know is online right now, so I'm just quickly looking at the Pathfinder category to see who's playing. Us, and that's it. So thank you all so much for coming, and we'll see you all.
We are the torchbearers.
On the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye, everyone.